A dusty street in Burkina Faso. A little girl, barefoot, her tiny hands trembling as she holds out a piece of cloth. She is not begging for herself. She is begging for her mother who lies sick at home, fighting for her life. Most people pass by. Some look away. Some pretend not to see. But then, a man in military uniform stops. He kneels down, looks her in the eyes. That man was Ibrahim Traoré, and what he did next would not only change her fate, but would inspire an entire nation. It was an ordinary afternoon in Ouagadougou, the capital of Burkina Faso. The sun was burning, the air heavy with dust, and the streets filled with the noise of everyday struggle. Amid the crowd stood a young girl, no more than 7 or 8 years old. Her eyes were swollen with tears, her face pale from hunger, and her voice barely strong enough to whisper. She wasn't begging for food, she wasn't begging for money for herself. She was begging for her mother, sick, weak, unable to move. "Please, help my mother," she whispered. People hurried by, some dropped coins, some turned away. But to Ibrahim Traoré, this was not just another child of poverty. This was a mirror, a reflection of everything wrong with his country. He stopped. In that moment, the most powerful man in Burkina Faso was not a president, not a soldier, not a revolutionary. He was simply a human being, face to face with a child in pain. Traoré knelt down, bringing himself to her level. He asked her name. He asked about her mother. And when she spoke, every word cut deeper than the last. Her mother was sick, too weak to walk, with no medicine, no money, no hope. For most leaders, this would have been just another sad story, something to shake their head at and move on. But Traoré didn't move on. He made a decision. That very evening, he arranged for medical help. He made sure the mother was taken to a clinic. He didn't stop there. He also arranged food for the family. But what shocked everyone was not just his action, but how personally he took it. He didn't send an assistant. He didn't hide behind his title. He was there, present, human. To understand why this moment mattered so much, you need to understand who Ibrahim Traoré is, and why people call him the Lion of Burkina Faso. He rose to power in 2022, one of the youngest leaders in the world, a man who defied foreign powers, who stood against exploitation, who promised that Africa would no longer bow to anyone. But politics, speeches, and military uniforms only mean so much. What defines a leader is not just the battles he fights in parliament or on the battlefield. It is the battles he fights in the streets for ordinary people. And in that child's eyes, Traoré saw the true battle: poverty, sickness, and despair. By helping one child, he sent a message to millions, a message that leadership is not about titles, it's about service. When news of this encounter spread, it sent shockwaves through Burkina Faso. Some said it was proof that Traoré was not just a soldier, but a servant of the people. Others called it political theater. Critics accused him of using charity for popularity. But the truth was clear in the voices of the people. Mothers began telling their children, "If the president can kneel down for a poor girl, then maybe there is hope for us." Youth across Africa shared the story, saying, "This is the kind of leader we need." In a continent too often scarred by corruption and indifference, this small act lit a fire of belief. Some moments in history are not written in official speeches or government reports. They are written in the eyes of a child. For that little girl, the day she met Ibrahim Traoré was the day her mother got a second chance at life. For Burkina Faso, it was the day a leader proved that compassion can be revolutionary. And for Africa, it was a symbol, a reminder that true power is not in domination, but in humanity. Years from now, people may forget policies, treaties, or military campaigns, but they will remember the day a soldier president stopped on a dusty street and chose kindness. Ibrahim Traoré's story is not just about politics, it's about people, about a new kind of leadership rising in Africa, one that listens, one that cares, one that acts. What do you think? Was this a genuine act of compassion or a clever political move? Let us know in the comments below. And if you want more untold stories about leaders who are changing Africa, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell.